shoulder again. And usually if I do a whole session, usually in a session, it's going to be the whole body. You don't want to leave anything kind of untouched. You know, even if it's just lightly, you know, going over it one time, you want to try and open the whole body. So even if someone comes in, so this, would it come out the middle finger first, or was it always? Yeah, this one came out the middle finger first, and then the pinky. And just studying different things, you know, a lot of times, in addition to Thai, but the acupressure points will be, the well points will be at the sides of the fingers here, and like you're drilling up that energy from these points. So, I was talking earlier about opening up that shoulder. So I'm going to do a little bit of opening up her shoulder here. Let me know if it hurts on your wrist.
Okay.
Nice pop though.
No, just comfort.
Alright, I'm going to have you grab my other hand. And then typically I'll do both sides. Hold on to my arms. And then I'll usually try to do something like this. And again, just kind of feeling around where, you know, with the lines, you know, like the line of force. So I'm going to do a little bit of, hopefully stomach work, yeah. Put your hands on your sides if you look. And so with any kind of body work, you always really want to get into the stomach, because with the connective tissue, it's attached to everything. So when you work into the stomach, it's affecting all of the body parts.
I'm anxious about this.
And especially up under the diaphragm right here. So we're going to hold all of our our squishy parts in there, you know, like our emotions are literally the squishy parts in there. But with our diaphragm, we kind of want to break up that connective tissue right there, because we don't take those deep breaths, you know, that we're meant to take, and then the connective tissue gets really tight around there. So we want to kind of break that up so that we can take deeper breaths. Sorry.
It's okay. It just feels like something.
And I've had clients where this is almost too intense for them, and they'll just kind of boop, push me out, you know. And again, like with the manipulations, so back to tapping. Tapping is great, especially for the torso and the midsection, because we're mostly water, and even when we're massaging, we don't typically massage into the abdomen. So we have all of our organs in here. We're mostly water, so when I'm tapping, it's kind of going through all of the organs and kind of waking them up and stimulating them. And in a whole session, it'll kind of just, it will flow, kind of like how I did on the arm. It will kind of work its way down, but it may jump all around the body. So it's not like, there's never going to be any kind of a, what is that, routine? Yeah, there's no routine. It's just every person is different, every session is different based on what's going on with that person in their journey. But typically I can tell when I can get from the hands all the way down to the feet that it's pretty well open. And as the sessions progress, they get more heavy-handed. So this is just kind of moving everything out of the way so that the blood, the lymph, the electricity of the nerves, they can all start working way better. You know, if we have I use the analogy of, if say, you know, right here, if someone has frozen shoulder, if you have a shoulder injury, everything downstream of there is not being nourished properly. So the blood, the lymph, everything is not, you know, it's like a river getting dammed up. Everything downstream is going to not be nourished and it's going to starve and die. So it's the same thing with everything, with every system.
Okay.
So usually with the knees, I will be holding kidney 1 and kidney 2. Those are down here on these, on the underside of the foot. And I'm just learning more and more points because I'll go to specific points over and over and over again. I am magnetized to these points. So then I started looking, and so I know a fair amount of them just based on going back and doing research. So I'm not an acupuncturist by any stretch of the imagination, but these specific points that I'm always drawn to repetitively seem to keep coming up. And so again, with the knees, it seems like I bounce all around the knee, like there's stuck stuff in there, and every tap it's able to get out just a little bit more of that old stuck energy in there. And then along the insides and outsides of the lower legs specifically, that gets a little bit more finger touchy, you know, where some of it is like the whole palm press, like as in Thai, and it will get all of that, but these can be more digging in right here to open up these sen in Thai, these lines. So anyways, I'm going to continue tapping her out. I'll get into the ankles a lot, especially if people have hip problems. Ankles kind of reflects back to the whole hip and like sexual organs. So then it's coming out these toes. And sometimes you'll open up all of the body, but sometimes certain things will come out more. You know, like certain toes will be talking more than others, and it's again just what is going on with that body. So see, I started on this arm, but I ended up going down this leg. It really doesn't make sense. Things aren't always symmetrical, though I try not to leave any big body parts out. You know, like you don't want to be totally lopsided, but things are definitely not symmetrical. So right here I can tell I'm digging in, and my mom always yells at me because she's like, cut your nails. And I'm like, it's a tool. If I'm hitting you with my nails, it is supposed to hit you with my nails. And this specific spot right here is like all the glands. It's like pituitary, and I just found that today. I was like, oh yeah. So anyways, it's always the big toe I'm jamming in there. I'm jamming that finger in. But you know, it turns out it's not for nothing. And so particular hands